Hello everyone, thank you for watching this video. This is Tonte here, and this is the first of many videos I'm going to be doing, and this is a new channel I'm starting. It's called Reading with Tonte. Basically what it is, I'm Tonte. It's just basically me just reading books, you know. I like reading specifically entrepreneurial and self-help books. I just really like reading these kind of books, and I always wanted to start like a little book club. And then I realized that I saw a lot of people that actually like review books on YouTube, so I figure, let me do the same. But I'm specifically going to talk about entrepreneurial and self-help books because I feel like these are books that I can use in my life and we could all use in our lives, right? And this is the very first book I actually want to review, or not even review because I don't really like the word review, but just give my thoughts on and kind of talk about it. And this book is called Get Out While You Can by George Marshall. So go and check that out. Like this book, right, it's all about escaping the rat race. And, you know, myself, I'm in a job that, you know, like I'm in my 20s, you know, I don't want to be working forever. This kind of book really like was calling out to me, like escape the rat race, escape the 9-to-5 life. Because a lot of us are in jobs that we might like or we might not like, but when you go to work every single day, it drains you. And it's like, there's more out there to life. And this book specifically illustrates that. Like it goes calling out to me. It's all about having a plan B in life, escaping the rat race, rather than selling your time for money, which we all do. We work a certain amount of hours, and then you might get whatever your salary is, but you're paying for your time. You can't get time back. That's what George was saying in the book. For a lot of the book, we can't get time back. In the beginning of the book, he was kind of talking about the Beckhams. Not only was it talking about how the people that are incorporating this idea of having multiple streams of income, like the Beckhams or any entrepreneur that you see, the most successful ones, all have multiple sources of income. We can do this for ourselves. And not only he was highlighting ways that we could do so. So it was insightful because it opened my mind to these kinds of ideas of having multiple sources of income. And the methods he was saying that, and he detailed them about, you know, the online, like the internet is such a big tool that we can use for, you know, we selling things on eBay, and he was highlighting ways you could do that, giving examples. There were so many great examples of people in throughout history, people in popular culture that do it, you know, examples of people that were regular people that are now millionaires by just having ideas. And it was amazing, man. I really liked the read. It was a great read. It really is. It's a detailed book that really highlights every step of how you can achieve a multiple source of income, how to achieve more than one source of income. That's the only way that we can really make our time ours. It wasn't just talking about, oh yeah, you know, you can get rich by doing this, and then you'd be like, oh, how do I do it? How? There's so many books you read where they just tell about, it's all about, they motivate you and then it leaves you with nothing. But I could tell from the way George wrote the book that he really does care about, he wants people to get out while they can. He understands it. He was somebody that was in a system, and then you really got that throughout his book about wage slavery. So much of us are slaves to our wage because we don't feel like there's any other way. And I really felt like there is a way out. Throughout the words he says, I really feel like he's talking to us. And it was so informative about Google, about how Google works, Google AdSense, starting a website. A lot of people say invest in this, where you need a lot of money to do so. He was talking about methods of starting a business low risk, you know, via the internet and things like that you could start for like £50. Like just simply like buying a domain, putting content out there. But it was give a brief talk about SEO, search engine optimization, getting on Google, how Google can do the work for you. If you register, like, you know, if you have keywords that people are looking for, it's all about meeting a need and a service and so much stuff, man. So much stuff that I just like talking about it, man. I just like talking about it because it was so nice to read and it was so refreshing. Like, it was like a real person talking. It wasn't a guy in a suit. It just felt like a guy that's like my friend. And there will be something in this book that will apply to your life. Something that you can do regardless of whatever work you have. If you work however many hours, this is something that you can do in your spare time, in your weekends. Stuff like eBay. I have so much stuff laying around my house. That was one of the things he said. Sell it on eBay. You know, like it's stuff like that. You know, just make a website. It doesn't even have to be something like, it could be just a small project, and it can give you big returns. And you have to have a plan B, and that's the one thing that I took from that book, to have a plan B. That was a great book for me, man. I recommend anybody read it. George Marshall, Get Out While You Can. Find it on Amazon. I read it on Amazon. Go and look for it. Look for the book. And yeah, man, let me know what you think, man. I want to know what people think, because these kind of books really are just great reads and really motivational, inspirational, and they give you the steps. Like I said, it's not just information. It's things that you can take action on. And those are my favorite kinds of books that give us actions to do. Go and read this book, man. Like I said, I've said it how many times? Escape While You Can by George Marshall. I thank you for watching this video. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos about books to do with self-help and entrepreneurial advice and things like that, because I really like reading them, and I want other people to start reading them as well, so we can all progress in our lives and do things, you know, work for ourselves, and, you know, live the lives that we deserve to live in this time that we live in. So this is Reading with Tonte. Please subscribe to the channel. Comment what you think of the book. If you have a book that you recommend I should read about self-help and entrepreneurship, please recommend it to me, because I actually do want to read it, and I want to talk about it and do a video about it as well. So like I said, I thank you for watching, and I'm out, people. Have a nice day, everyone.